You're watching Alabama's WVUA News at 6.
I'm Lynn Brooks.
And I'm Philip Coleman. Tonight on WVUA News at 6, the University of Alabama is making plans for a memorial to honor the victims and heroes of the April tornado.
Plus tips from FEMA on how to move from temporary to permanent housing. But first, gang investigations across Tuscaloosa. It's been 5 days since a shooting at the Cobb Theater in Tuscaloosa landed one teen in jail, the other in the hospital.
Since the shooting, police are saying that the incident was likely gang-related. WVUA's Bradley Whittington shows us how local gang activity is picking up.
You wouldn't know Tuscaloosa had gangs just by driving down the street, but look, and the signs are there. If you look closely around town, you'll see gang signs like this one. This particular sign represents a gang known as Boss. It's signs like this that prove gangs do exist in Tuscaloosa.
There's gang activity throughout Tuscaloosa County. It's evident by what law enforcement has done. We've arrested several gang members. They're currently residing in the Tuscaloosa County Jail. Do we still have gang members out on the street? Yes. Are we aware of that? Yes. And should people be cognizant of that? Yes.
But what exactly is a gang, and why do they form? Tuscaloosa gang investigator David Jones tells us why.
When you have more than 2 to 3 people that come together to commit criminal activity, and that's what we consider to be a gang. We're going to have hybrid gangs, which is going to be our neighborhood organization where these young guys have grown up together. And so basically, they're fighting together, they're going to commit crimes together.
The latest gang activity was on Sunday when a shooting broke out in the parking lot at the Cobb Theater, sending one person to the hospital and another to jail. Jones says gang activity in Tuscaloosa is picking up.
Here recently they've done a little more than what we're used to them doing.
Which leaves the question why gang activity is happening more often.
It could be from these social networks. They get on there and another individual may make a comment about another individual's picture. And at that point, you may have words being passed on these social networks, and then it could trickle out onto the streets.
Jones says although the activity has picked up, the key players of local gangs are behind bars, and he expects local gang activity to quiet down. Reporting in Tuscaloosa, Bradley Whittington, WVUA News.
And Sheriff Sexton says his department will be expanding their role to help other local law enforcement agencies.
New problems for Partlow Developmental Center. State officials say it is now under investigation for sex abuse. According to the Department of Mental Health, a criminal investigation was started after a known pedophile admitted he had sex with a boy at Partlow. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid have filed a report citing Partlow for failing to protect the boy. The adult was admitted to Partlow in 1995. Partlow is scheduled to close on or before November 30th.
The April tornadoes forced many people to seek temporary housing from FEMA. According to FEMA spokesperson Tim Tyson, at the high point after the April storms, 301 people were in FEMA mobile homes. That number has now dropped to 296. And FEMA says now is the time to work toward a permanent housing plan. Tyson says by working toward a more permanent solution, it's a step in the right direction in the healing process.
You get into a permanent housing situation, you're back in a neighborhood. You've got access to a church and shopping, and your life comes back to normal in a more, adjustable fashion.
And if you have questions regarding finding permanent housing, you can call FEMA at 1-800-621-3362.
The University of Alabama is planning a memorial service to honor the victims of the April tornado.
And it will also honor heroes in our community. U of A officials say the memorial will be the first opportunity for the entire university family to remember what has been lost, celebrate what has been gained, and prepare for the future. The event will be held around Palmer Lake on the north side of the campus on Sunday, August 28th.
More than 100 University of Alabama students are returning a week early to help with Tuscaloosa storm recovery. It's all part of the university's Outdoor Action Program. It combines community service with academic sessions, and about 50 students in the program helped clean up Hurricane Creek today in Tuscaloosa County. It was blocked by debris from the storm.
It's just a mess out here, and fortunately we have people willing to come out and help.
We're just helping to clear it out and clean up the creek so that it's safe for people to come out here, because a lot of people come out and camp or canoe for the day, and it's not at all safe. We've been taking metal out of the water all day.
It was devastating to see it down like it was, but with the help of all these great volunteers from the university, we've had churches, we've had Maccabee centers sending people out here since the storm. We've kind of cleaning it up.
The students are also helping children at the temporary site for Holt Elementary School. They now attend Lloydwood Middle School because their school was damaged in the storms. The students are spending time mentoring children in the classroom. They're also working, as you can see here, on some landscaping projects. Good for them.